there people, welcome to Shifting Gears, and in today's video I have with me the 2021 Maruti Suzuki Swift. इस गाड़ी की कीमत शुरू होती है फ्रॉम ₹5.73 lakhs, जाती है ऑल द वे अप टू 8.41 lakhs और आज हमारे साथ इस मारुति सुजुकी स्विफ्ट का ZXi प्लस ड्यूअल टोन मैनुअल ऑप्शन है। इस गाड़ी में काफी सारे बदलाव हुए हैं, ये तो आप नहीं कह सकोगे, so you can't really call this a proper facelift. There are a few things that have changed on the outside and on the inside, but the biggest change is under the hood. इस गाड़ी के साथ अभी आपको एक नई 1.2 लीटर इंजन मिल रही है। चलिए इस वीडियो में देख लेते हैं what exactly is Maruti Suzuki offering to you with this 2021 Swift. Is this car modern enough? Is this car exciting enough? And are the changes good enough for you to write a check and bring this car home? सामने से जब आप इस 2021 मारुति सुजुकी स्विफ्ट को देख लेते हो, यू विल नोटिस दैट यू आर नाउ गेटिंग अ न्यू ग्रिल सेक्शन। इसके अलावा कोई भी चेंजेस नहीं किए गए हैं टू द फ्रंट प्रोफाइल। ये जो ग्रिल डिजाइन है ये अलग है। यहाँ पे आप देख लीजिए किस तरीके का आपको मेश पैटर्न दिया गया है, एंड देन यू हैव दिस क्रोम बार ओवर हियर व्हिच हैज बीन पोजीशनड हॉरिजॉन्टली, और उसकी वजह से इस गाड़ी की जो ओवरऑल विड्थ है वो एनहांस हो जाती है, एंड इट लुक्स क्वाइट नाइस एज वेल, एड्स अ नाइस प्रीमियम टच. Indian buyers, Indian car buyers love chrome and Maruti Suzuki is offering that to you. इसके अलावा सामने no other change. The bumper is the same. Headlamp में भी कोई भी बदलाव नहीं किए गए हैं. You still get LED headlamps with LED DRLs. आपको एक projector headlamp setup दिया गया है, and the fog lamp is a conventional yellow bulb setup. Apart from that, nothing new. It is still the same old Swift. It is just the grille that is new, so that you can recognize that you are looking at the 2021 edition of the Maruti Suzuki Swift. When you move to the side profile, आप देख लोगे that the alloy wheels, again, no change. No other change on the side profile. कोई भी बदलाव नहीं किए गए हैं, apart from the fact that this car now gets a dual tone paint option. आपको 3 dual tone paint option मिलने वाले हैं. So you can notice that the A pillar is finished in matte black. B pillar पे भी आपको matte black tape दी गई है, and the C pillar also has this kink over here with a black applique. इसके साथ साथ roof section जो है पूरी तरीके से gloss black में finish किया गया है, and you also have a short antenna up top on the roof. There is no shark fin antenna on this car, and just because you are looking at the roof, आप देख लीजिए कि यहाँ पे आपको किसी प्रकार का sunroof नहीं दिया गया है. On the side profile आप notice कर लीजिए that the rear view mirror is also finished in gloss black, but that's about it. No other change. So I think Maruti Suzuki is thinking that if things ain't broken, why fix it? So the Swift was always a good looking car, and they have not, tried too hard to do something that will stand out now in 2021. Moving to the rear profile of this car, आप देख लोगे कि यहाँ पे कोई भी changes नहीं किए गए हैं. There is no badge as well, which is an addition, which is an add-on on this 2021 Swift. इस गाड़ी में आप देख लीजिए there is no roof mounted spoiler either. आज हमारे साथ इस गाड़ी का top trim है. This is the ZXi Plus variant of the Swift, and this is what it is. This is what you get when you spend all your money to bring home the topmost trim of the Maruti Suzuki Swift. Now let's get inside the car and let me show you what has changed on the inside, because there are a few changes, there are a few additions to this particular car. So सबसे पहले तो आप नोटिस कर लीजिए कि इस गाड़ी में आपको अभी भी all black interiors मिल रहे हैं, and check this out. Once I step inside, this is what it is. इस गाड़ी में अभी आपको स्टीयरिंग व्हील पे क्रूज कंट्रोल देखने मिलेगा. Check this out. The controls have been positioned on the right hand side of the steering wheel, and you get a Smart Play Studio touchscreen infotainment, typical of Maruti Suzuki cars. Very easy to use and very convenient as well. और यहाँ पे सभी कंट्रोल जो है काफी आसान है, सभी चीजें यहाँ पे कंट्रोल करना काफी आसान है, and you get a plethora of information over here as well. Of course आपको यहाँ पे Apple CarPlay और Android Auto मिल जाता है, but it is not wireless like you might have seen in the Nissan Magnite and Renault Kiger. Apart from that, nothing else has changed. The layout is completely same, the color scheme is same, and the seat is still black fabric with a subtle texture so that you feel that this is a premium hatchback. But there are a few changes on the inside which you should notice. सबसे पहले तो इस गाड़ी में जो आपको MID दिया गया है, you now get a color display over there, और यहाँ पे आपको काफी सारी information देखने मिलती है. So check this out. You have to use this control stalk to toggle the data that you can see in the MID. So right now you can see average fuel economy and range. इसके बाद यहाँ पे आपको फिर एक बार माइलेज मीटर दिखाई देता है. You will get a bar graphic over here. Then you have your total trip time. Then you have how much fuel you have saved because of the idle start-stop system that you get with this 2021 Maruti Suzuki Swift. And then you have a clock as well. Apart from that, you have trip meters as well with this 2021 Swift. यहाँ पे आप देख लीजिए, to the right hand side of the steering wheel, you of course have the engine start-stop button, but you also have this button to turn on and off the auto start-stop system of this Swift, because this car now comes with that functionality, and that is going to save fuel every time you are at a signal, at a standstill, and the engine will not idle unnecessarily. But now let's start driving, and let me tell you how this new Swift performs with the new engine that it is getting in 2021. So guys, now that I am behind the wheel of this 2021 Maruti Suzuki Swift, इस गाड़ी के सबसे बड़े चेंज के बारे में बात कर लेते हैं, which is under the hood, the new engine that is now on offer. Under the hood अभी आपको मिलता है एक 1.2 लीटर 4 सिलेंडर नेचुरली एस्पिरेटेड K सीरीज ड्यूअल जेट पेट्रोल मोटर. इस इंजन के साथ अभी आपको आइडल स्टार्ट स्टॉप फंक्शन भी मिल जाता है. दिस इंजन प्रोड्यूसेस 88.5 HP ऑफ पावर एट 6000 RPM एंड 113 न्यूटन मीटर्स ऑफ टॉर्क एट 4400 RPM. इस गाड़ी के इंजन के साथ आपको एक 5 स्पीड मैनुअल या एक 5 स्पीड AMT ट्रांसमिशन ऑप्शन मिल जाता है. Maruti Suzuki's claim is that the manual transmission option can deliver 23.20 kmpl, while the petrol AMT variant can deliver a higher 23.76 kmpl of mileage. One thing that you should make note of is that the new Swift doesn't come with smart hybrid functionality that is only available on the Baleno. इस गाड़ी में आपको सिर्फ engine start stop function ही दिया गया है. Now some people might think that why not give the Swift also the same smart hybrid functionality, but then who would buy the Baleno? So that is why that feature has been kept restricted to Maruti Suzuki's most premium hatchback. अभी सबसे पहले तो इंजन रिफाइनमेंट के बारे में बात कर लेते हैं. ये एक 4 सिलेंडर मोटर है और जब भी आप गाड़ी शुरू करके रख देते हो, it is very nice and quiet inside the cabin and it is very refined. अगर आप फैन स्पीड जो है, फैन ब्लोअर सेटिंग जो है एट इट्स लोएस्ट रखते हो, तभी आपको इंजन का बेरली कोई आवाज कैबिन के अंदर सुनाई देता है. एंड व्हेन यू रेव द मोटर, लिसन टू द इंजन नाउ. इट साउंड्स क्वाइट नाइस. मारुति सुजुकी की ये 1.2 लीटर पेट्रोल मोटर काफी खास है. हम काफी सालों से ये इंजन जो है काफी सारे गाड़ियों में देखते आ रहे हैं. एंड नाउ विद द ड्यूअल जेट VVT टेक्नोलॉजी, इट बिकम्स इवन मोर पेपी. And since we are saying that it becomes even more peppy, let's check out how it performs and how it sprints. So in 3, 2, 1, quite some wheel spin. Revs over 6000 RPM. Keep listening to the engine. It is fun. It is a nice and light hatchback. And achieving triple digit speeds is not going to be a problem at all. You can obviously hear the constant beep, so you have a fair idea about the speed that I achieved very quickly with this Maruti Suzuki Swift. Now this is not really a hot hatchback. आप इसे compare नहीं कर सकते हो with the Altroz iTurbo or with the turbo petrol variant of the Hyundai i20, which was also recently launched. Now those cars are in a different league altogether with more than 100 horsepower on tap. But still, the Swift, it was loved by the Indian car buyer because it was such a fun car to drive and also a fun car to look at. And all of that still stays true. अभी भी ये गाड़ी दिखती काफी बढ़िया है. And when you are behind the wheel, it is so easy, it is so effortless, and the engine is just so likable that you will be a happy customer and you will be a happy driver. अभी सबसे पहले तो माइलेज के बारे में let me give you clarity. मारुति सुजुकी का क्लेम जो है it is over 23 kmpl. आज हम इस गाड़ी को लगभग 100 किलोमीटर के लिए चला चुके हैं and the mileage that I can see on the MID is 15.9 kmpl. Now this includes a lot of city driving and it includes a lot of idling as well. हमने इस गाड़ी को काफी देर तक चलाया है and now we are out on the Mumbai-Pune expressway cruising at highway speeds. So 15.9 kmpl is not a bad figure at all, and the mileage right now as we are cruising is increasing with maybe every kilometer. So अगर आप ये गाड़ी लेके लॉन्ग ड्राइव पे निकलना चाहते हो, I am sure that it can deliver close to 20 kmpl with 2 to 3 people on board. अभी जो इंजन स्टार्ट स्टॉप फंक्शन आपको इस गाड़ी के साथ दिया गया है, you can turn it off if you wish to. आपको राइट हैंड साइड पे ऑफ द स्टीयरिंग व्हील इंजन स्टार्ट स्टॉप बटन के नीचे ये ऑटो स्टार्ट स्टॉप फंक्शन ऑफ करने के लिए भी एक रिक्वेस्ट बटन दिया गया है. अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट, आपका ड्राइविंग एक्सपीरियंस और बेहतर बनाने के लिए इन 2021 द स्विफ्ट ऑल्सो कम्स विद अ क्रूज कंट्रोल. क्रूज कंट्रोल के बटन्स स्टीयरिंग व्हील पे ऑन द राइट हैंड साइड पोजीशन किए गए हैं. वेरी इजी टू यूज एंड द बटन्स आर क्वाइट आइडियली प्लेस्ड. ergonomics में आपको कोई भी दिक्कत नहीं होने वाली है. And you also can notice what speed you have set the cruise control at in the MID. So everything is very easy to understand. तो अगर ये आपकी पहली गाड़ी है with cruise control, you will have no problems in understanding this feature as well. अभी जब मैं एक्सप्रेसवे पे ये गाड़ी चला रहा हूँ, I have set the cruise control at 85 kilometers per hour. At 85 kmph, the engine RPM is just a little over 2000. You can say that it is close to 2100. Cabin में इंजन का आवाज बिल्कुल भी नहीं आ रहा है. There is a little amount of road noise that is creeping inside, but that is also because we are driving over a concrete piece of road right now. Wind noise जो है 100 kilometers per hour के ऊपर थोड़ी बहुत cabin में creep in हो जाती है, so you will be able to hear it. ओवरऑल जो NVH पैकेज है, जब आप ये गाड़ी शहरों में चलाने वाले हो at city speeds, you will have absolutely no problems. You will really love how easy this car feels on the inside and on your ears, and because of that it is going to be a very stress free experience for you for your daily commutes. आप इस गाड़ी का अगर AMT वेरिएंट खरीद लेते हो, it is going to be even more convenient क्योंकि आपको मैन्युअली गियर चेंजेस नहीं करने होंगे. And the AMT variant also comes with hill hold, hill assist functionality and it also gets ESP. इस मैनुअल वेरिएंट में आपको ये दो फीचर्स जो हैं, which are actually safety features, you don't really get that and there is nothing you can do about it. Now let's talk about the steering wheel and the feel and feedback. मारुति सुजुकी के गाड़ियों में ये जो EPS इलेक्ट्रॉनिक पावर असिस्टेड स्टीयरिंग व्हील आपको मिल जाता है, इट इज नाइस एंड लाइट. तो जब आपको ये गाड़ी शहरों में चलानी है, इट इज वेरी इजी. यू टर्न्स लेते समय आपको ये काफी पसंद आएगा. एंड ऑल्सो इफ यू आर न्यू टू ड्राइविंग, you will really like how effortless the steering wheel feels. But then out on the highway, it is so dead. It gives you absolutely no feel or feedback. And because of that, at high speeds, you are going to feel very, very nervous. तो अगर आप ये गाड़ी तेज चलाना चाहते हो, I will recommend, I will insist that you have both your hands on the steering wheel at all times. Otherwise, the slightest of twitch might scare you. It just doesn't feel that connected. It has a very disconnected feeling while you make even these minute corrections to the steering wheel. I think Maruti Suzuki should really work upon their steering wheel because this really takes away from the driving experience, and in today's date, customers want that engaging feeling when they are behind the wheel. अगर आप ये गाड़ी शहरों में चलाने वाले हो, no problems at all. You can drive it over the biggest of speed breakers, couple your ride quality with the ground clearance. It is not going to scrape at all until and unless you have the car fully loaded. The car just drives very effortlessly over broken roads as well. तो आपको ज़्यादा slow down करने की भी ज़रूरत नहीं पड़ जाती है. And inside the cabin, you and the other occupants, you will be happy. ज़्यादा झटके जो है cabin में आपको feel भी नहीं होते हैं. The car rides on 15-inch wheels and the tire profile, the side wall is also quite generous. So the ride quality is comfortable. The ride quality is just right here for the Indian streets and for the Indian car buyer. Now talking about overall dynamics and the performance as a package that this Swift has to offer, the engine is really nice and peppy. You will really like it if you are going to play around with this car in twists and turns. अगर आप घाट रास्तों पे चलाने वाले हो इस गाड़ी को, the engine is going to reward you and it even sounds quite good. I really like the way this 1.2 liter motor sounds, and at times when you want to make sudden lane changes as well, it is not a bad car in terms of, you know, the way it has been set up in terms of the balance. आप इस गाड़ी को काफी आसानी से मैनेज कर पाओगे if at all you notice some kind of an emergency on the road. The only thing is you need to have both your hands on the steering wheel so that, you know, you feel that extra bit of connection, because the steering wheel will, you know, not give you that great feel and feedback. In terms of your driving experience, आपको एक leather wrap steering wheel दिया गया है with a flat bottom. Feels quite nice to hold. You have the ABC pedals well spaced out and well laid out. क्लच पेडल जो है वो भी ज्यादा हेवी नहीं है, तो आपको ये गाड़ी चलाते समय ज्यादा दिक्कत नहीं होगी. एंड यू ऑल्सो हैव अ लिटिल डेड पेडल टू द लेफ्ट हैंड साइड सो दैट यू कैन रेस्ट योर लेफ्ट फुट नाउ बिकॉज you get cruise control with this new Swift. The gear stick on this Swift, you can notice it is a nice and short unit and the gear slotting mechanism is very nice. ज़्यादा नौची भी नहीं है, ज़्यादा आपको audible कोई sound सुनाई नहीं देता है when you are really playing around with the gearbox, when you want to really sprint hard, when you are driving hard with this all new Swift, and it is a very easy car to understand. When I come to a complete standstill, now the engine has completely shut down and the RPM needle is at 0. As soon as I touch the clutch pedal, the engine has now fired up and it is quite fast, it is quite responsive. तो जब आप ये चीज experience करते हो in city traffic, it is not going to trouble you too much. Now some of you might be thinking that because this new Swift doesn't have the smart hybrid features, because it doesn't have the torque assist functionality, it might not really be all that great to drive around inside the city. But check this out, I'm going to slot it in second gear right now. I am at a complete standstill and if I want to pick it up, it is not that bad. आपको थोड़ा बहुत क्लच स्लिप जरूर करना पड़ता है. So if you are driving it in bumper to bumper traffic, if you are going to commute with this Swift on a day to day basis, say for example अगर आप एक स्पीड ब्रेकर पे इस गाड़ी को स्लोली चला रहे हो, स्लोली स्पीड ब्रेकर पे से क्रॉल कर रहे हो, you don't necessarily have to be in first gear. The second gear is going to be good enough. So even in 2021, this Maruti Suzuki Swift makes a strong case for itself. It was a car which was loved a lot back in the day and it is a car which is loved a lot even today. अगर आपको एक reliable, fun to drive family car चाहिए, I'm sure there are so many buyers out there who have shortlisted the Swift so that they can commute around in daily traffic. It is an easy car to drive, it is an easy car to maintain, and we know Maruti Suzuki's fuss-free maintenance schedule as well. And thanks to Maruti Suzuki's reach, their network, their service support, it is just an easy car on your mind because you don't really have to worry too much about getting the car fixed if things go wrong. So guys, let me know if this 2021 Maruti Suzuki Swift is going to be your car, if you would choose this over competition with all the changes that it now brings to the table. Till next time, subscribe to the Shifting Gears channel. If you have any other queries, do ask me. I will be more than happy to help you out. Goodbye, drive safe,